Good afternoon, everyone. Pastor Shane with our semi-daily devotional. It comes from Genesis chapter 4, verses 1 through 16. It is the story of Cain and Abel. And if you don't know the story of Cain and Abel, the short version is there are two brothers, and one gets jealous of the other and kills him. And so the key verses are verses 6 and 7. And 6 and 7 read, let me find it right here. Oh, it's God talking to Cain, and he says, "Why are you angry? And why do you look so despondent? Don't you know that as long as you do what is right, then I accept you? But if you do not do what is right, watch out, because sin is crouching at the door, ready to pounce on you. You must master it before it masters you." Over on clergystuff.com, it says, "Today's reading is so chock full of meaning and directions I could go that I'm sure I could easily fill several reams of paper with commentary." The story of Cain and Abel is an old one. It's from Genesis in the Bible. Of course it's old. Sometimes we pass over the details when we read these stories. You must master it. More often than not, a person's sin isn't something that smacks us in the face as something blatantly diabolical or malicious. It's more likely that a temptation comes in slowly and sneaky. We make excuses, compromises. We say to ourselves, well, he had it coming anyway. Mastering one's sin cannot be done without the help of God, whether it be fending off that creeping temptation for the next piece of chocolate or wanting to murder our boss. And by the way, that is a wide spectrum. Cain gave in to his desire, thinking that he knew better than God. Of course, he was wrong, and the lesson was exile. Our challenge today is to ask ourselves how we might master our own sins, not without God's help, but in light of that, without God, we don't stand a chance. Sunday I preached about hearing the voice of God, and that Adam and Eve strayed because they were listening to the wrong voices. I think here again we see another example of somebody listening to the wrong voice and it causing them to be cast away from God, causing them to be further away from God. Here we have Cain listening to his own inner turmoil, his own inner jealousy, listening to a voice that is not God's. I think we can see over and over and over again throughout scriptures examples where people are listening to voices that are not God's, and it takes us away. And I think we can take that lesson as really, really strong truth. When we do not listen to the voice of God, we are going to stray away from God. We are going to be pushed away from God. I think we just have to remember that we need to listen to the right voices in our lives. We need to listen to the right voices. So pray this prayer with me, and I'll let you go. God, without you I am lost. With you, I always find the right path. Guide me today. Amen. I hope your day is going well. If not, I hope it gets better. And if it doesn't get better by the end of the day, there's always tomorrow. Take care.